Matthew, which biblically translates to God's gift, which is why I call these videos gift from God. The word that I feel like God is asking me to let loose today is just the simple concept of He's going to give you a little bit before He gives you the full promise. Um, if you've been asking something of God, you've been asking God for a specific thing, you've been asking Him to show up for you in a specific way, and you've been praying on it, you've been fasting on it, you've been faithful, you've been working towards it, and then all of a sudden He kind of changes the situation from worse to a little bit better, but you still know in your heart of hearts that is not exactly what you've been asking for. You have to know and understand that that's God's way of actually putting you through a test. He's simply still testing your faith and your faithfulness to what it is that you desire and the promise that you feel that He's expressed to you. So, say for example, you've been asking God for a car. You've been asking God for a specific car. God, I want a car that, looks like this particular model, this, that, and the third. Maybe it's your dream car. Or maybe it's just a car that, you've been wanting and desiring for a very, very long time. He's going to put you in a position to where you may not get exactly what it is that you want, but He's going to give you a taste of it so that you can feel it, see what it feels like, and you can know what that energy feels like. So maybe say, for example, you want a Lexus, you want a Mercedes, you want a luxury car, right? You've been praying on it, you've been fasting on it, you've been faithful, working towards it because you know faith without works is dead. And then all of a sudden, He has you in a car with someone else, right? Say, for example, He has you in one of your friend's cars, and you're in your friend's car, and you're like, dang, Lord, this is exactly what it is that I want. This is exactly what I desire. This is exactly what I've been praying on. This is exactly what, I've been wishing for myself, you know? And all of a sudden, you're in your friend's car, and it's a Mercedes, it's a Lexus, and you're just like, Lord, this is exactly what I've been asking for myself. He's putting you in that situation, in that vehicle with that person because He knows that's what you want for yourself. That's what you've been desiring. That's the promise that you've asked me for. So I'm going to sit you in this passenger seat and allow you to feel the energy of this vehicle so that when you get yours, it's not unfamiliar to you, right? And then, say for example, the friend even lets you drive the car. The friend's like, hey, you want to drive it? Let's go for a test run. And your friend has you drive the car. That's God's way of putting you in the driver's seat so you know what it drives like. What it's going to take to make you go 0 to 60. What it's going to take for it to brake. What it feels like for you to turn and use the signals. What it feels like for the air conditioner to be on. Oh, it has heating seats. What it feels like for the heating seats to be on. All the things so that when you get yours, you know exactly what to do with it. But here's a stipulation. When you're in the driver's seat of that person's vehicle, God is looking at how you maintain it, how you drive it. Are you driving recklessly? Or are you driving with the spirit of careless? Are you driving with a spirit of carelessness? Or are you driving with a spirit of caution? Are you driving with the spirit of maintenance and maintaining something? Not just because it's not yours, but because when it is yours, how are you going to behave in that certain situation? I truly believe that He watches how we maintain certain things and maintains the small and little bit that He gives us that is directly attached to the full promise that you've been asking for in order to give us the full promise. So while you're in the car, He's looking like, are you going to whip this hoe? Are you going to whip that car that way? Are you going to speed off? Are you going to be driving recklessly? Or are you going to drive with care and caution? Are you going to maintain it with care and caution? Because how you maintain this is going to show me how you would maintain the full promise. And I've heard people say before He blesses you with more, He watches how you care for what you have. He's not going to bless you with more than what you can handle. So He's going to watch how you maintain what it is that's in front of you and the blessing that He has in front of you right now. So, say for example, you've been asking God for something, and all of a sudden, you get something that's congruent, something that's directly attached, something that's not as big as the full promise, but something that definitely gives you a glimmer of hope and that continues to instill your faith. That's God's way of testing you. That's God's way of testing you. And He knows that if He fills your spirit within that particular blessing, then you're ready to maintain the full thing. So, y'all, if you are ever in a position to where, again, you've been asking God for something, you've been steadfast in your faith, you've been delighting in Him always for the desires of your heart, which is literally one of my favorite Bible verses. Psalms 37:4. Delight in me always, I'll give you the desires of your heart. If you know you've been asking Him for something and you've been steadfast in your faith and working towards it, and then you see a little bit of the promise, just a little bit, just a little glimmer of it, please know that the full thing is on the way. All you must do is continue to be faithful, continue to put in the work, continue to give your life to Christ, and maintain that small bit of the promise that He's blessed you with, and He will give you the full promise on the other side. I promise. I cannot wait to share my testimony with you all and get back on here soon, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, because it's going to happen very, very soon, and share the testimony with you all. And even if this word helps you, I want you to come back to this video and leave your own testimony. But please know, if you got a little bit of the blessing, you're in the middle of the test. Don't fail the test, y'all. Maintain that blessing. Maintain what He's provided you. Because on the other side of that is the full thing that you've been asking God for. If you feel like this word touched you in any kind of way, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you caught this video at the tail end of it, go back and rewatch the entire thing, y'all. This is another gift from God. My name is Matthew, and I'll be back another time. Peace.